Morning all. A few little gems this week, really. Trying to guard against Brexit, but what can you do? Anyway, I've had a bit of trouble with my lighting this morning. Can you see this side is a bit white? Because there is a window. The image is reversed, very confusing at my age, that one. So I've been trying to get it right so I don't look like I've got rosy cheeks. Well, the avid followers will remember the last wonderful broadcast about why people have these florid rosy cheeks, and I can't really keep repeating it, it's a bit lengthy. But we've had a resignation. Bowles, Conservative MP, got up last night, live House of Commons, which I watch now, funnily enough, just to see how many are rosied up. And I hope you are, because it's quite revealing. Anyway, he stands up, rosy cheeks aglow, and resigns, because they're not doing as he says, rather petulantly, to be honest, but he's resigned. Purse lips, the lot. So what do? I do a Google on him. He came out, 2011. Says it all, doesn't it? Hey, says it all. Pick it up, can you? Here's a little grouping of gay MPs. It's only 30 odd that have decided to come out. But of course, we've already not got Nick Bowles in the photo, whatever his name is. And so it just makes you wonder how many there really are, because now Parliament's up in arms. They don't give a toss about Brexit anymore. They're going at the King of Brunei. Dressed up for a little party there, you see. More medals than Prince Charles. Never seen an angry man. Anyway, he's not gay, and to prove it, he's flogging and stoning gays to death in Brunei. So, obviously, Parliament are a bit up in arms about this, because most of them daren't give their official visit to Brunei, because they could be flogged and stoned. So they're panicking. Well, there's a nice, caring story. The Conservatives. Bit worried about the wear and tear on the rent boys. Now, these aren't gay, these people. They just have dalliances with young men, as was described last week by somebody. And now they're worried because they're getting a bit of repetitive strain injury. So they've got the Commons souvenir shop to stock pink knee pads. Save the rent boys' knees whilst they're performing their dalliances. Well, so there you go. Onwards and upwards, so to speak. Anyway, everyone to their own. Reprehensible it is to the teachings of the Bible, and really to us straight members as well. You can't imagine it, can you, really? Can you? I can't believe the standards, can you, in Parliament? We've got Tom Watson now. Clearly a straight member, Deputy Leader of the Houses of Parliament. No, Deputy Leader of the Labour Party is being really abused and criticised for claiming there was a VIP paedophile ring in Parliament. And Harvey Proctor himself was named. But of course, these accusations went further because they said young boys were being murdered. But lo and behold, Harvey Proctor MP looked a nice chap, didn't he? He's got a barrister who's slagged off Tom Watson for how dare he accuse his client of this, that and the other. And it turns out he got fined £1,450 for spanking rent boys in another dalliance. So how narrow is the line between spanking rent boys and choking them to death? Very little, I would think. But Tom Watson's fallen on his sword for that one. Here's a turn-up. Amidst all the paedophile rings, rent boys, spanking, grabbing other MPs' tackle in the bar, we've got this chap who really looks quite a sweet, clean, living young man. And what has he done? Well, he's been selected by his own party for sending dirty texts to barmaids. So you don't deselect gays and paedophiles and everybody else, but you deselect somebody that's got to be half straight, and his wife's just had a baby. So, it's all down to values, isn't it, really? Never been one for sending dirty texts, to be honest, believe it or not. Well, I thought I was bloody grumpy and made scenes wherever I went. I was in Tesco's the other day, looking after my feminine side, doing a little bit of shopping. And there was a lady there volunteering for a charity and selling raffle tickets. And the store had given her a chair to sit on if she wanted, but no, she was standing and busy selling her tickets and what have you, and she had a carrier bag on the seat. So this grumpy old bastard, who just, same age as me really by the looks of him, who had just held up the queue at the till for God knows how long, till it was about 10 deep, while he messed about with the card machine and what have you, objects to the carrier bag on the seat because he could sit there. So the lady, volunteering for a charity, lovely person, apologises. She moves the bag off the chair, and then this silly old bastard walks out of the store. And then he goes to Costa, where I happen to be sat again, and he carts his coffee to a table and spills it on the table, and then complains that he's sat at a table that's not been cleaned properly. Well, that's 10 out of 10 for grumpy, isn't it? I think I'll have to retire. Talking of grumpy, here's another one that I wouldn't really join in on. This is paramedic Chris Nixon. He was answering an emergency call, abandoned his ambulance in the middle of the road, and went to save a girl's life. And while he was there, some grumpy old bastard resident left a note in his ambulance telling him he'd parked inconsiderately. Hello. Well, that's nice, isn't it, eh? I think a bit of Russian thinking around the Houses of Parliament might help. This is the general who organised the Salisbury poisonings, nearly killing half the population, and was in charge of the 2 spies that made such a professional job of it all. Well, it's all gone quiet now in Salisbury, and lo and behold, we find the general's passed away. A sudden, unexplained illness. Makes you think. Get a bit of that thinking amongst Parliament, we'd soon get a decision. Well, this is Pakiam Ramanathan. She's 73. Suffered a life of abuse from her husband, who used to bully her and have affairs and what have you. So she got fed up with it and battered him to death with a club. So she's been charged with murder, got off with it, and now she's awaiting a nothing sentence for manslaughter. Just shows girls, when you've had enough, get a grip. Give them a good battering. Anyway, that's all for me on that lighter note. Bye-bye.